Nikki and I continue to use a slightly different kind of software, and so each time it provides us with opportunities to be excited.
To find out when it's working and not.
Just
make sure you say hello and put in the comment section, hi, we're just hanging out for a little bit today, celebrating another year of our RIOT anniversary. We've got a few food fight items that we'll try too.
Yeah, so the reason, normally this is a thing that we do at night, and we try to make a bigger deal out of it, and just straight talk, I have been in and out. Like, you hear me on the show almost every day, but there have been a lot of days that I've been doing that show from home, and that's because I have now, get excited, been diagnosed as a COVID long hauler, but I also have, I got the clearance to be around people, so I'm good.
Yay, so you can finally be back in.
Yes. And so even some of you might be like, well, I saw you out in public at blank. Yes, but it's complicated.
At least in here, he's now allowed to be back here. Hey, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Chris is over there. Michael says, good to see you back in the studio, Obi. Titus, thank you for saying Happy RIOT New Year for us. It is our show's anniversary, and like we said, we just wanted to hang out a bit with you guys to celebrate that this morning.
Oh, I'm starving.
Well, we have food.
I'm starving.
I think we should try you guys are always so sweet. Like, I feel like we have to tell you why we have these, but I got a belated birthday gift from a listener who sent in some ginger ale, because I like ginger ale, and also some Swiss cake rolls. Now
they came with the ginger ale?
Separately in 2 different boxes, and whenever they come in, like, there's no packaging slip, no information, no anything like that. So I didn't know that they went together. But the Swiss cake rolls, Obi's favorite. So now that he was in today, he had saw a tweet from Little Debbie.
I did.
Saying that you should freeze them before you have them, and that it's supposed to make it better.
You know what's really funny is I don't follow Little Debbie on Twitter, but my friend Chalmer does. Mm-hmm. He lives in Las Vegas. I follow him on Twitter. He liked that tweet
on the day that we got the box of Little Debbie's.
It was an
weird.
Incredible synergy moment.
It was. It was like, I think it was meant to be. Hey, Shannon, thank you so much for joining us on our RIOT anniversary stream.
Okay, so can we start with Swiss cake rolls?
Yeah, so they've been in the freezer for a little bit just to see if it does make them better. Because, I mean, we've had a Swiss cake roll. That's not anything new. But we were curious if it makes it nicer.
Oh, my life's different. I'm changed. I'm also, oh my gosh.
These are messy ones.
Everywhere.
That is nicer. Why?
It's, you know what I'm going to call it?
What?
Refreshing.
Yeah. Oh, imagine the summer if it was really hot outside.
Yeah, cool.
Good morning, Josh. He says, hey, guys.
I'm hungry.
Alan says, happy anniversary. Thank you, Alan, for watching.
What's up, yo? Thank you. Oh, that's good.
That is good. It's better than just room temperature.
I do want to be clear. Even if this was just a plain old room temperature Swiss cake roll, I'd be eating it all.
It'd still be fine. Actually, you do have those. Those are next to you if you want more. We have enough.
So Micah wants to know how long we've been doing this. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I don't even know.
You don't even remember? We'd have to do the math to figure that out. Let's see. Jeff says, Little Debbie zebra cakes are amazing frozen too. And frozen nutty bars are awesome too. Zebra cakes, man, we had last year. We ate a lot of those.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. And you didn't even have them for a while, but they just popped back in. One fundraiser, someone brought a bunch of them.
I know.
And, those were good.
It changed my life in a lot of ways. I'm actually fatter now than I've ever been. When I visited the doctor yesterday, I got on the scale.
They weighed you? Oh, yeah, they always do. Yeah.
I got on the scale and actually said to Lydia, I was like, you know what? This is the fattest I've ever been.
But I bet she hears that from everybody after quarantine stuff.
Do you know what she told me? She was like, I haven't had a single COVID long hauler that has come in here that hasn't gained at least 15 pounds.
Really? Wow.
And she said, and I was just like, well,
good to hear.
All right, then.
I saw on my For You page this lady who was going and like doing a mock doctor visit, and she went in and she was like, you don't have to be weighed. You can politely decline the weigh-in at the doctor's office.
Can you really?
Well, I mean, you can. I would never do it because it'd be really awkward, and I think it's important for your health, blah, blah, blah. That's what everybody...
They're keeping track of your stats. I mean, you might as well.
Well, she was just saying that she can monitor that on her own, and it wasn't while she was there, like she didn't need to do it. But, take that for... If you go to the doctor's office, give that one a try.
I guess. All right. So, no, I did it, and I was just like, wow. Wow.
You take your shoes off and everything?
No.
Oh, you
no.
should have.
I mean, no, okay, that's the other thing. I can't be that guy. You see those people that are like unloading their pockets and taking off their coat, slipping off their shoes.
You practically undress, and you need to make your appointment for as early in the morning as possible because that's when you're at your skinniest.
Well, if it makes you feel, maybe it should make me feel better. I had breakfast and lunch.
Oh, that's...
I had on a winter coat, shoes, keys.
You would have been maybe 3, 4, 5 pounds lighter in the morning.
Still would have been at my fattest.
Oh,
but
well, you at least could have tried.
hey, look, this way, I'm just...
Tim, happy anniversary. Thank you. Let's see. Augie says, you can decline, but they want to ensure you're not gaining massive amounts and losing massive amounts. That's right, but...
Well, this has been...
This person said you don't need to if you don't want to.
So Augie says I go to the doctor, they take my shoes off and empty my pockets.
Yeah, normally, so you get more of an actual, like, real weight, but you're saying it doesn't matter.
I'm just like, Tubbs is here. Put him on the elephant scale. Let's get a good solid weight and move on.
At least it's the in-doctor scale. Like, you're still there. That's fine. Aww.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm still on the everybody else scale.
Yeah, the normal scale.
I don't have to get on a different one.
Yeah,
So
but
that's...
everybody's gained weight the last year.
Yeah,
and if you haven't, then I don't know. Yeah, okay, I have seen a few people, like, they did a workout thing during quarantine and it worked, but
yeah, well,
we'll see.
For me, it's been fatigue is a real issue. And man, when I... Okay.
Well, you should work out then.
Let's just tell you. Let's get all of it out. When I work out, I start to shake.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a bike, and I went on a bike ride 2 miles the other day.
On the bike?
On the bike.
On a nice day.
And I got off the bike, and my hands are just like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, let's try walking. So I'm down to walking. And with all respect to people that walk for fitness, I was always like, that's great, but I have to do more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, look at me. 2 miles.
Walking.
I did it.
Well, you want to wait for your body to get more stronger.
The doctor did tell me that the walking was something I could do. He's
That's
like, yeah.
good.
He's like, you probably shouldn't lift weights, but you could definitely keep walking, or maybe even a nice, gentle elliptical.
Oh.
So
maybe even that. Wait a bit on that.
We'll see.
Wait a bit.
We'll see.
Well, make sure you say hey in the comments. We're just going to hang out for a few and try some food fight items. And, of course, celebrate another year of the riot, too.
Yes, indeed. So, well, make sure you say hi. You got any questions? Fire them off in the chat at us. Nikki, what do you got here? You want to go with...
We've got some Scorchin' Pringles, and we also do have some Mountain Dew. So I don't know if you want to try the Pringles first, because then we could just drink the Mountain Dew if it gets too hot.
You wash it down with the Mountain Dew?
So we got Scorchin'. There's 2 flavors. There's a cheddar, and there's a barbecue. So you got 2 of them.
What do you think?
Maybe the cheddar one first.
Yeah, okay.
The real question is it actually hot? Because so many of the things that are supposed to be spicy, it's not, or it's a quick burst of heat and then it cools down really fast.
Nikki, Jen says happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Let's see. Odell says, I've been doing low heart rate running, trying to keep heart rate below 144, and it's really hard. I walk longer than I run just to keep that down.
He's the guy that if you see the name Zach on our text messages,
Oh, is that
that's
him?
him.
Oh, nice to see you here.
So wait, I did cheddar. Is that what we were supposed to do? Okay.
Pringles, Scorchin' cheddar.
You know what? It is kind of spicy.
But it was just for that brief moment.
Yeah, it
stays on your tongue a bit longer. Like the tongue is like, wee, spicy.
Hey, Eric says happy anniversary.
Hey, Eric, thank you.
Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, make no mistake. The riot exists because of Eric's behind-the-scenes assistance.
He got these, so yeah. He picked all this stuff up. It's good.
That dude deserves to celebrate as much as any of us.
But the heat does not last. It's not a long haul heat. You want to call it that?
Yeah, okay.
You can even see, like, when you look at the Pringle, like the dusting is just really on a portion of it. So
yeah,
you get a lot of cheddar flavor on it. Does it scream cheddar to you?
No, I will tell you that I feel like my tongue is kind of starting to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting that?
No.
Is that just me?
You might be a little bit more. Your body, I think, is just more sensitive. Are we swishing between? Clear the palate?
Trying to clear the palate.
And I will say, because I took a little bite of the Pringle that doesn't have like the artificial bright orange red powder stuff on it.
Yeah.
That the powder is where the scorching heat is supposed to be.
I'm sure that's
But it's just
true.
not very cheddary. You don't really get that.
I actually don't taste cheese at all. Okay. All right. Ready for barbecue?
Yes.
All right.
What'd you guys do at work today? Well.
Alan says, Obi, what's on your ice cream? Oh, here you go.
Oh, your
My
shirt?
shirt.
Barbecue.
So that's supposed to be an exercise ball, like a heavy carry.
A kettlebell?
Yeah.
You know, the barbecue flavor is just better on the chip, but it's the same, like quick scorching heat, and then that's it. It goes away.
Yeah. I'm
But
with
I like
you.
that one better.
I like the barbecue better. Yeah. I'm comfortable with that statement. Sure.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew says, happy riot anniversary. Yeah, Alan, this is my kind of fit, kind of fat. I got 2 of these shirts, and I think I've gained 5 pounds since I bought them. They still fit. So
That's a sign of a good shirt, right?
it's great. It's great.
All right, so the Pringle scorching, they're not bad. If you're afraid of heat, it's really pretty quick, but it's good. The barbecue one's way better.
Okay. All right.
How you doing?
What do you mean?
Is it okay? We don't want to do too much. We want to make sure we're easing you back into all this stuff.
I will say, like, my tongue is hot. Mm-hmm. Like that.
Why don't you have your Mountain Dew? Mm-hmm. You need bread. Water doesn't always work.
No, water actually just moves it around.
All right, so Mountain Dew, we found the Maui Burst. It's Mountain Dew with a blast of pineapple flavor, and that is this.
Yeah. We don't have any bread, but I found this bread-like product.
Are you eating you're eating another Swiss cake roll? Well, that'll work. I mean, that'll clean that out.
Oh, do pig.
So, which movie is that from? Is it Babe? Is it just from
I've never seen it.
Babe? Is it from it though? Okay.
I mean, I think so.
I don't know. Does that smell like pineapple?
What is this?
You guys smell it? It's pineapple, Mountain Dew pineapple.
I don't like pineapple.
Well, I think you just had enough of other foods that you like that you should be good. Kendra says, happy anniversary, you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much. All right, you ready? You want to try it? Or did you try it?
I took it tastes like spicy Swiss cake Mountain Dew. I got to give it.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's pretty good. Not too much pineapple. It reminds me of something else. Like, oh, that's pretty good.
Hey, Consuelo, I think you're chatting in the wrong window.
Oh, just yes, babe.
Yeah, I think that was for somebody else.
You guys do that all the time. You'll text message us something for a loved one, and I know you're like, oh, I love the riot, but not like you love
like
your
that.
family or friends, and so that happens. That's good. I think that one tastes delicious.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Do you get pineapple? Or does it
Absolutely.
oh, you do, but it doesn't bother you, or
Well, I mean, like, okay, this may shock you, but if you take almost any flavor and then just drown it in sugar, it suddenly becomes way more palatable. And that's what I would say about that.
oh,
Like,
Maui Burst is good.
yeah, it's not bad. If you don't like pineapple, though, you'd be way happier with a different flavor.
Yeah, the remember the watermelon one is still out. That one's like a national release. That one's pretty good too.
Major melon.
Yeah, this one I like. I think I like this one more than the watermelon one.
Oh, I got it. Consuelo was saying yes, babe, like yes to the movie Babe.
That works. That totally works.
So good.
Jared, thank you for joining us. Happy anniversary, Riot. I appreciate all the positivity and goofiness you guys share each day.
Yeah. Oh, is it kind of like those 7-Up punch bowls? That is.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It tastes a lot like that with the
Kendra,
sherbet.
You nailed it. Mm-hmm. Jared says, happy anniversary, Riot. I appreciate all the positivity
We do have that every so often. We try to keep it positive.
and goofiness you guys share each day.
Billy says, as much as Obi can't have s'mores cereal, have you tried the Golden Graham s'mores snack packs?
I would really like to try that.
There's a s'mores cereal that came out a couple of years ago. It's not the other s'mores cereal. There's like 2 of them. There's one that he likes so much that he is not able to have it anymore.
Yeah, I can't.
You want me to turn your mic off or anything?
No, I want him to get the whole effect of hanging out with us.
That's fine. I mean, we all blow our nose, right?
Much to the chagrin of many a person I live with and friends across the years, I blow my nose after eating.
I think I'm going to save this.
I typically excuse myself from the table and hide.
But there's no doing that here.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to save this for when we have like milk to go with it, but we do have Funfetti cereal.
Okay. The fun and only.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll save this one for another day.
So let's see. Nikki Jeff says, way off topic, but a story that stuck with me you guys told years ago. I've told to so many people. You remember the story about the guy that's now in prison for taking his beat-up truck, driving into the nest of bald eagles, and hitting like 17 of them?
Do I remember that?
Do we know
I don't know.
I don't remember that.
It does sound like a story we would talk about, maybe laugh about. But
to bald, yeah. Man drives truck into bald eagles. Let's go to the news. He drives all over. Northern Michigan man feeds bald eagles with deer roadkill. Well, that's nice.
Are we supposed to do that, or are you not allowed to?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Listen,
those bald eagles need to eat better than that. You give them fresh meat.
If you see a bald eagle, just run the other way. Like, it's endangered. You're gonna do it wrong.
I don't know like what it is about it, but if you've seen them in zoos, that's one thing. But if you ever see a bald eagle like just in the wild, it's still amazing. It's amazing to see them.
Oh my gosh, hang on. I think I've actually found the story.
You found the story?
Yeah, it says here. I got to reload it because ads.
Look what you did, Jeff.
Man charged with intentionally killing bald eagles with his truck in Alaska.
Aww.
The Oregon man is accused of intentionally driving his pickup into a flock of bald eagles that were feeding. Two of them died.
Well, why did they say he did that? Or did he never talk about it? Was he drinking?
I don't know. That's just how I imagine it going.
Oh, let's see. We have bald eagles all over here in the middle of nowhere in Iowa.
Whoa, it's a misdemeanor, but also it's a federal crime to kill a bald eagle.
Well, because I don't know if they're still endangered, but when they were, I mean, obviously way more.
And listen, all I know is what I said. Just if you see a bald eagle, get the heck out of there.
We're glad, Jeff, though, that story stuck with you. I know sometimes we don't always remember all the details because we have a lot of stories, a lot of days, and a lot of years that we've done this. But it's really fun when you guys come up to us and tell us about a story
that stuck out. And
like, man, you remember all the details, and it just was something about it that clicked with you. So we're glad that you have those.
I love it because like as Nikki said, that thing that sticks with you, because there's definitely some that have stuck with me over the years.
Yeah.
Like, the guy that got out his axe and was like hacking the deer to death, that he was the road.
There's just little bits that we remember too.
I'll never forget that story. Or the time the deputy, he shot the deer 17 times. Or like he had to reload and keep shooting at it.
It's like, I think the deer's dead. I don't think you have to do that anymore.
It wasn't dead.
And then I'm sure we said, I'm not dead yet. We probably brought that in there. Let's see. Chris says, happy anniversary. Been listening since the beginning. It says, I can't say 100% Obi was the reason we named our son Obadiah, but definitely had a part to play.
Whatever.
It's just
I'm 100% the reason.
It's not a common name, so I'm sure you did have a big part to play.
Actually, I imagine that conversation going like this. Husband wants to use that name. Wife is like, oh, like that guy on the radio?
Oh, she might not like the show as much. That happens too. Your special someone maybe isn't as into the show as you are.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, well, it worked out. I mean, they named him that. We also have quite a few dogs that are named Obadiah and Nikki around the listener area.
Yeah, we've had a few of those. Let's see. Seth says, yes, the deer story. Jared says the guy who cleared the snow from his driveway with a flamethrower. Hey, that's perennial, man. There's somebody out there doing that all the time.
Well, I think now, after coming out of these couple of weeks of snow for a lot of places, that's not a bad idea. What a few years ago would have been like, how could he have done that? That's so excessive. Now seems pretty smart.
I've thought about it because I have these, I live on top of a hill. So what happens is snow melts a little, wind starts whipping through there.
Yeah.
Boom, it's all ice. And so keeping my porch like ice free
is hard.
It feels impossible, but the good news is like the UPS guys or whatever have started just kind of like setting it on the side of the porch so they don't have to come up the stairs.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Well, at least they're not throwing it to get up
that
there.
I know of.
I know. Oh yeah, you don't have a camera. You need a camera to see.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I want studio monitors. I want a Ring camera, and I want a spaceship. So,
Okay. Oh, all right. I didn't know that was on the list. Well, let's see what happens. That's a we'll see on all that, okay?
exactly. Like there's no guarantees on any of
Just a
that.
total we'll see. Well, don't forget, if you have a question or if you want to say hi, just put it in the comment section. And if you have a favorite riot story from the past, you can include it there too.
So you were celebrating our anniversary. Think over the last year.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done quarantine. I'll bet I've done 3 months of the riot from home. Like if you put it all
You don't want to
together,
add it up. You
like
do
if
not
you
want
put it
to.
all together, I'll bet I have. But all that being said, what do you think is like, what's one of your best memories from this year? Can you think about it over the course of a year?
I don't mean it in a sad way because it's not like it wasn't a good year, but I just don't know if it really felt like the year went by fast in a slow way, but it was all just blurred. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and look through some of our stories from it, but I don't know. It was still a good year.
It was.
Just a lot of stuff with it.
It really was, though, like a year totally defined by COVID, like totally defined by COVID. And I mean, for me, I had a false COVID, like where I got a negative test, and then
And you have 2 false COVID?
I had 2 negatives.
Two.
And
but you're still sick, so it was, still working through it.
I had the one time I had a sinus infection. They won't help you. They're just like, see ya. And then that was the thing where like I had the sinus infection, and after 5 days on an antibiotic, I was like suddenly really sick.
And then
it was crazy because like at the beginning of that sinus infection, I had tested negative for COVID.
Yeah.
But by the time it was over, they were like, you, sir.
Because you had to get another test. And then what happens is if it's really something important, someone calls each other. Like you actually have to call. And I remember that day, I see your face on my phone. I got a real big picture of Obi set for his screen thing. And I was just like, oh, here it is. And that was the start of it.
Yeah, we went like that. I think the thing, another that sticks out to me, it was November 9th. I actually remember the date.
You remember it well?
Yeah, and it was a Monday, and I went to Red Robin for lunch because I was finally out of quarantine, and I was like, yes!
No, weren't you on Jay Alexander's?
Nope.
You went to Red Robin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I went, and
you were in that morning.
Yeah, I was in that morning, and I went to Red Robin, and all of a sudden my hands were like this, and I was like, what? I just put them under the table. I'm fine.
No one will notice.
It's fine. And then it was just like...
on your first day out of quarantine. It's like, uh-oh.
It's like, what is going on? And so I actually left the restaurant.
Yeah.
Just got up and left. And I had to pack up my food. And then I called the doctor and I was like, hey, I think something's wrong. And they were like, well, you don't have COVID because you already had COVID, so you're fine. And it's like, no, I'm not.
But again, you get exhausted. When you get exhausted, you get a fever and you get the shaking with it. So then he didn't come back for a while. So
no, that was all. That was the time during COVID. I took a couple days off then and then came back, and it was all from the basement. So I spent a lot of time in there. I'm tired of my basement. I am tired of it. I am.
So I think last year was good for the riot. I think the whole year was good, but it definitely was hard to find other things to tell you the tales of, so it wasn't all just COVID news.
Yeah.
But it seemed like you guys appreciated us trying and working our hardest at doing that.
Well, if you go back to basically right around a year ago right now, you can listen. I guess we said it a couple of times, but I can remember sitting down on a Sunday night and being like, okay, I am not going to let COVID take over the riot.
Which, I mean, then it was fine, but...
It seemed perfectly reasonable that could be a thing. And I was like, I'm not going to let it take over. I'm going to try to give people... That's all the media is talking about. And we're going to try to use the riot to give people an alternative to this so we can talk about something else. And within 2 or 3 days, it was obvious that it was just like, nope.
Hard to find everything else.
The whole world is on pause. This is it.
When as a show, you were thankful for Kardashian news. You just know it's a tough year. But
how are Kim and Kanye doing?
Thankful to still do it, and thankful to still, I feel like we hear from you guys more this past year than we ever have for any year of our show. So we're glad for the growth of being able to, talk with you guys, and no matter if we're at home or in the studio, still being able to do things.
Let's see. Dakota says he's been listening since Obadiah was on TVU. Yep. That was the thing, TVU back in the day. And yes, I did have an I love sex PSA.
That was a long time ago.
It was a good one, though.
So if you check out TVU became Radio U-TV. So I would encourage you to watch the music videos that you get to hear for the music on Radio U through Radio U-TV. And actually, we just updated our Radio U apps.
It's nice.
Yeah, you can watch TV music videos there, too.
So hi to Bridget. Happy anniversary, guys. I feel like I've been listening to you for ages.
Aw, yay.
Truly a one-of-a-kind show.
Thank you for listening for so long.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I think Nikki and I are talented. I'm surprised we're not bigger than we are. But then when I listen back to the show, it's like, oh,
that's why. You know what?
It's a little too one of a kind.
We don't want to go mainstream like that because then they sell out and then everything's a commercial and it's all like brought to you by. We like to just be about all the normal stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Let's see. Pat says happy anniversary. Josh, I love the story about Obi's lawnmower catching on fire.
Oh, people love that. That's a classic. That is a classic.
It's good.
If you miss any of our old stories, the best thing to do is obviously for our Worst of Riot podcast, you can go back for quite some time and try to find them. But if you want to find out like from this riot year, if you go at Christmas time, we kind of did a best of our moments from 2020. So you can listen to that podcast to at least enjoy some of our favorite moments from this year.
Tim says, I loved all the road trips they brought us on. We had some good road trips.
Yeah, we always, not as much last year, but like we can't drive far and you can't drive together, so you got to be careful.
Our entire year is not so
Radio
much last year.
It changed. So let's see. Oh, Jen says, have you ever thought about filming a Riot Radio U documentary?
No.
I mean, we film and do so much.
I've thought about it.
Our documentary is like our shows. So like that is already kind of done in our podcast. But everybody always wants to know like the details about being in the industry for so long. But I don't know, maybe like a short ebook or something.
I mean, here's the reality of it is like Nikki and I could tell you some very heartwarming stories about a couple of artists. We could tell you some heartbreaking stories about a couple of artists. But real talk, when it comes to Nikki and I, this is probably one of the most drama-free relationships you'll ever see in the media. It's literally just, we come in,
we do the show, and that's it.
It's fine.
There it is.
And I mean, heck, like even to like over the last year, like we've had to, it's weird how my sickness affected Nikki. Like Nikki has also,
it's been a long year.
Like she hasn't had COVID, but she's had my COVID. And so like she's had to fight through a lot. She's had to come in here early by herself, which isn't a ton of fun. And so like it's been something, but you know what? Still here.
Yes, I don't have a hanky. But I think the difference is, we always say with the Riot, we were friends before we started the Riot, and a lot of morning shows are just two people put together and they're like, here's this role and then here's this role. And that's why a lot of times morning shows interchange so much. Like this person leaves, that person leaves. But because we've known each other for so long that we do this show and we enjoy doing this show, we enjoy being around each other. So it's not like normal morning stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, like the best we can come up with is like that time I hurt your feelings or that time you hurt my feelings.
There's less than that I think back at me.
No, I know that's true.
My feelings get hurt more than easily than I think Obi's does.
Though you don't know all the times.
That you've gone home and cried?
Not cried.
But the feelings have been hurt.
Nikki, sometimes men react differently than women.
I'm a tone person. I don't like tones. And sometimes Obi's quick to laugh too, and you're like, but it's at me.
Well,
it hurts.
Admittedly, I've apologized a lot. Okay, and Nikki could probably tell you all the things I've apologized for.
You didn't apologize for.
That's also probably true.
No, it's fine. Which is what you say when it isn't. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah. See, this is why we shouldn't film a documentary. Do you get it?
Do you see why? We'll just leave everything else for the normal Riot show, and that is like its own documentary every day. You
know what you have to do when you spend a lot of time with somebody? You have to forgive and do your best to forget.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trying to forget.
You're right. I can't remember the details. I just remember crying.
I just remember the pain and the tears.
Like the pain doesn't go away, but it's just not as bad because I can't remember why I was crying.
Oh, how about the time I forgot her birthday? But it wasn't that I forgot it. It was I thought it was the different date, and it was bad.
Well, I mean, think I handled it okay,
You did
but
fine.
I hope I did. But you're just a little sad, and that's okay.
I felt like such a heel, dude. Like such a heel. And then one year for Nikki's birthday, I had it all lined up for these people to bring in a pony.
Oh, remember that?
And then they called me the night before and they were like, we're not coming. And not like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon either. They called me at 10:30 that night. No pony. And it was just like, who do you think you are?
And that-
You're bringing the pony.
That was the whole birthday celebration. Then finally, a few days later, someone else had
Somebody
a
else
pony.
brought a pony.
Someone, like a listener, knew someone. And so we had a pony come in, but it was dicey there for a while. He put all his eggs in the pony basket.
I
And
totally did.
And that was disappointing. I remember that morning you were like, I was fine because I didn't really know a pony was supposed to come. So I didn't have a chance to really be sad about it. You were more upset.
And it sounds made up. Like we were having,
I know.
we're going to have a pony for
Sure.
you, but they're not going to show up.
You could say anything and then just say they're not showing up. And it still makes you look like you tried.
Then when my birthday that same year, after that, Nikki kept telling me that the actor that played Admiral Adama on Battlestar Galactica was going to be on the show. And I knew she was lying. I was like, I know what you're doing. And it doesn't hurt. I deserve it.
Well, it was
It's
just
not my
fine.
fault, but I deserve
that
it.
meant a lot to you
It's,
because you wanted to.
that's my version of a pony.
But yeah, we have lots of Riot memories, all mostly good. But we would encourage you to go back to our podcast if you ever get bored and you just want to, catch up on some more stuff. Just go back a couple of years and see what life was like then.
Oh, you mean back when there was life?
Yeah, so don't do last year's, I guess, and go back a few years before that. Ooh, see how weird it was. It is weird to hear, like we have a diary of our whole lives for so many years. All of our stories, all the things that happen. I mean, we tell you guys most things that happen.
Most of it, yeah.
So it'd be weird to go back and like just hear, oh yeah, I went to the movies or I was doing this or that because, things are still different.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of fun. We didn't do it this year, but sometimes in years past, we put together an anniversary podcast where we pulled bits from like a lot of different years, and it's weird. Even our tones of voice has changed.
Sure.
And my voice has changed a ton since I had my deviated septum fixed. If you go back and listen to everything leading up to then, it sounds like I have a stuffy nose. It's weird.
And then you suddenly don't.
And yeah, and it wasn't. The thing that's funny is at the time I didn't think I sounded that way.
Yeah.
But comparing the two, it's like, whoa.
It was different, but it's fun. And again, we're so thankful we have a chance to have such a long, long history of the Riot, to see all those things happen.
Yeah, but I mean, for real, we joke. Nikki's laugh used to be a center point. Now we barely discuss it.
It's just normal, right? Some of you guys are always really in on my laugh, but I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, it's something for real, though, that I'll throw out is that, Nikki and I, there's a lot of things that I don't feel like I can brag about, but staying power is something we can brag about a little bit. And that is that we've been around for a long time. It's super rare in the industry. When I talk to other people in the industry, tell them how long we've been together, how long we've been doing it. They are just like, what? Like, how is that even a thing? And I think that, honestly, it really does come down to, I think it comes down to two people that have learned some things from Jesus. And I'm going to get all whatever, but just hang with me here. You look at what is the fruit of the Spirit, and one of those is steadfastness. There's love. And you know what? There really have been times. Nikki really has had to forgive me. My radio personality is rough. There have been times when maybe I've been upset too, and I've had to forgive Nikki. And we follow Jesus. Jesus is very good at forgiving. And Nikki and I have had an absolutely fantastic friendship for a really long time. And I think that is a testament to her character. I hate to whatever, but I think it's a testament to mine, but it's really a testament to who Jesus is and what Radio U's about and how it all works. And so I've just been continually grateful to get to be able to do this, to get to be able to spend time with Nikki and with you guys every day. So just thank you so much for continuing to support and be a part of the Riot and Radio U family. Like, we appreciate it.
We're all friends, but think of us as, we're all a Radio U family, and we don't say that lightly. And we appreciate every morning when you guys I hear from you more than some friends and family. You guys are like that. So we like hearing from you and what you have going on. And the days that it's not a good day, we still like to hear from you, and hopefully we can help. And on the days that it is a good day, we like to celebrate with you when it's one of those.
Absolutely. Jen says, sometimes I go back to podcasts in December December so I can pretend it's Christmas. That sounds like us.
That's a great idea. Oh, that's really cute. Well, I'm glad we can do that too.
So Bridget says, Obi, you're wearing my husband's favorite kind of fit, kind of fat shirt.
There it is. See it in the corner.
It's a good one. So, all right. Anything else, Nikki? Are we done?
I don't think so. Just thank you guys for hanging out. We just wanted to, celebrate just for a little bit, another year of the riot. So we wanted to say hi to you guys a little bit more today.
Yeah. And hey, to Jeff, he says, thanks for doing the Christmas channel and Christmas in July.
If it's Christmas, we're happy to do that anytime throughout the year.
Anytime.
We're always pushing for more of that.
Anytime we have an excuse to throw that in.
Even when our boss is like, oh, no, I don't really think we should. We're like, no,
you should.
We will. We absolutely will do that.
It needs to happen right now. Yeah.
So we'll do that for you.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging with us across the years and this morning. And, man, we'll just do it again tomorrow.
Yay,
not this,
but just the show. We'll go back and do another diary of our day.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a great day.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a